Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is October 4th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to the charts and see what we see and all. I have a question for all you guys too who make it to the end and stuff. All right, but on this quarterly chart, I see a red doji at a top and all. This is just the first couple of days of the quarter, so no big deal. We are above an R1 at this time still, and also we're looking good for that and all. We're still looking bullish. It pushed up quite a bit here the last couple of days for the first 4 days of the quarter, but that's all we got. That's all we see here. Let's go down to the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, we're still above the 9-10 moving average. We got that doji also seeing here. We are starting off the quarter above pivot, so I do expect us to stay above pivot, and I do expect us to maybe get close to an R1, and if we get too close to an R1 level, we will be making new highs again before the end of the quarter. So I'm just saying before the end of the year. So don't get all bent out of shape, think the market is it's time for it to go down and it has to go down, and he's thinking it's going to go to the moon. No, I don't think it's going to the moon. I think he's thinking it's going to go a little bit higher, and it can go down before it actually go up. But by the end of the quarter, by the end of the year, I do expect it to be close to an R1 level. No trade recommendation there, just what I see based on the pivots that I'm using and all. But let's go down to a weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. Zoom in a little bit here. The weekly chart, supply, like I had said, we're going to have a hard time. And actually now I'm saying we're going to have a hard time getting above even a 503 at this time, because this supply here has been keeping this market every time it came getting close up to this level. It has been having a hard time now for the last couple of weeks. The first week that it started getting close, then the next week, and then after that, boom, boom. This week right here, it didn't even break last week high. So again, we're dealing with supply in the market at this time, and there's people probably selling off, taking some profit and all. I could see that at the end of the last quarter, now coming in this new quarter of the year and all. I can see this thing going higher. These are monthly pivots. And on these monthly pivots, as you can see, the market at times do have a hard time getting to a R1 level. So I can see this month, having a hard time even breaking this high this month. So breaking 503 this month. We're at, a 490. We're hanging around between 485, 490 area, and I'll go dropping down as low as in the 480s, 470 areas. But it can stay in this little tight range here for the next month. No trade recommendation there. Just what I'm seeing here on the chart. And we got to see when this supply is going to be done and all. So it may not be until, as I was saying before, I might have said before, after the election, that we might see this market actually try to go up, unless some major event happen in the world and cause this market to crash. Other than that, I do expect it to make a new high before the end of the year. But let's go down to the daily chart and see what we see there and wrap this on up. On the daily chart, this daily noise. Before, the Qs were actually trying to make a way down, down, down and all, but we had got this green candle. Thought it maybe, I was thinking maybe it was done. Then we started seeing this gap down here this week. We were looking at this gap between these candles here and all, from this 18th day to this 19th day and all. It really hasn't filled that and all. But then here these last 3 days, these days right here, it's the ones that kind of got us. Well, say it's a consolidated and going to drop, but it ended up consolidating and popped somebody that I was talking to. Because I said, I think it's going to pop. I don't think it's going to fill the gap. And it ended up doing that. Again, back to, and it started out below pivot and it ended up going above pivot on that first day of the week. And it did come down to an R1 level here, and then it ended up closing above pivot. That was kind of surprising. But the other thing that I'm seeing here also right now is this bullish maybe morning star, this 4 candle morning star, this is not a good candle here. Earlier in the day, this candle was this was down here. At the end of the day, they ended up pushing this thing back up. So now it is still looking pretty bullish. The question is, what's going to happen Monday? Monday, I see us above pivot. So again, can we do like I was saying on one of the other indexes? Can we end up gapping up a little bit and then going higher to break this high right here? And that's still not that 503 high that we was looking at on the weekly candles and stuff. It's just getting over this most recent high that we can see here on the daily charts and all. And that's it. That's all I really want to have here to say about this. Will we get above 500 next week? Don't know. Seem like we can and all, but it's going to have to kind of like wait and see and all, because this could just be a downward thing, a little pullback, and then end up going down and making a leg lower and actually ending up closing this gap. We got to see if it can actually break these bottoms here, though, now that we formed this little bottom right here. But that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, your favorite indicator. Tell me what's your favorite indicator. There's people out there who are looking and they're asking me about indicators. I say I have what I like, but again, it's an individual thing, when it comes to indicators and what people, and it's usually the first indicator that you were trained with. You end up learning that one and understanding that one, so that ends up becoming your favorite. Because again, you understand it and you know how to use it. You know how the market works around with that particular indicator. So that's why I say, be very, whatever you start with, you're probably going to be locked with that. It's best, I think it's best that you get to see a lot of different things and see, where can you see the market, with what indicator can you actually see the market to make money? Because bottom line, that's what it's all about, making money and all. And if you can train yourself, and how long does it take you to catch on to train yourself with that indicator to make money? And if it's not working for you, change. There's thousands. I'm sure there's literally thousands of indicators out there that you could use, especially if you're adjusting them and all. So it's infinite amount of indicators out there. But that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Have a good weekend. Hope you had a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.